Thank you, God, for making me an artist. Thank you to my entire cast. I am nothing without you. Thank you to my mom and my dad who are telling me to dream big and to never stop dreaming. To my siblings, to my sister, Evelise and Rebecca, for being the biggest role models. This award is so much more than myself. It represents a culture that wants to see themselves as heroes. My father used to tell me to say every morning, today's gonna be a great day, I can, and I will. Well, Dad, today's a great day, I can, and I did.
Oh my God! What the heck? Thank you! And thank you, Ricky and Iggy. Thank you so much for doing this for me tonight. You know, music has always been my first love. And I thank God, and I thank my fans, and I thank my friends, my family, that I've been able to do this over these years and through 10 albums. I want to thank Jeff Aroff and Jordan Harris, who gave me my very first deal at the work group. I want to thank Tommy Mottola, whose vision of the artist that I could be made all of this happen. Thank you to Corey Rooney, who's been with me from my very first album to my 10th album, guiding me, helping me grow, even if that meant letting me go and watching me come back. L.A. Reid, the record man who stepped in at a time when I needed it, and my new family at Capitol, including Steve Barnett, Greg Dennis, and Kirdis. I want to thank Larry, Barry, and Alan here at the Billboard Music Awards. I also want to thank every dancer, every backup singer, choreographer, music video director, costumers, glam squad, photographers, my New Yorican and Medina Company teams, my family, my personal team, my cousins, my sisters, my friends. You've all been such a huge part of this along the way. I don't know how I could have done this without you. Thank you to Benny Medina. No one has ever shown me how to dream bigger and aim higher and work harder or love more what I'm doing, because I'm doing it with you. I'm so happy we're on this journey together. I want to thank my mom and dad, my mother for always being the mom who was singing and dancing around the house and taking us to musicals, and my dad for being the steady rock of love he always was for us. Thank you to my babies, Max and Emmy. You are the light of my life and the reason for anything and everything that I do. Para mi gente latina, trabajen duro y sueñen en grande. Mucha fe, mi gente. Lastly, I just wanted to say, all you little ones sitting on the living room floor, watching the TV right now, just like I used to do when I was back in the Bronx, have faith, dream big, think big, and know that anything is possible. You never know where you might end up. Thank you. I love you. Good night. Bo, I love you.
You're born with these rights. This is the constitution of life. You are equal. And it's not even about like somebody telling you, therefore you believe it. It's about you embracing that truth about yourself and appreciating that reality. I'm not defined by sex, I'm not defined by race, I'm not defined by a nationality. I'm Zoe. And I could have been a boy, I could have been a dog, but I'm Zoe. I'm my mother's daughter, I'm my father's daughter. And that is my, how do you say, that's my biggest achievement in life, what I do. And I like how I do it, and I like my mistakes, and I like the way I learn, and I like the pace with which I learn my mistakes. I don't want to be anybody else but me.
Juan. Buenas noches. Being here today is a tremendous honor for me. I'm so thankful to President Obama, and I'm humbled that my philanthropic experience could be helpful in some measure and can be used to amplify the message and work of the President and this commission. Latino youth are the fastest growing group in America, and more Latino children are living in poverty than children of any other racial or ethnic group. For a number of reasons, young Latinos in this country disproportionately drop out of school, and far too few finish college. And As I have seen in my own foundation work, the only road out of poverty is education. Of that, I'm convinced. The Obama administration has made a point to improve Latino education, and as I spoke to the president previously, I'm extremely passionate about working with the White House to plan an early childhood education summit in the coming year. Latinos are the largest minority group in this country, and as the Latino population grows, the US economy becomes more and more dependent on its success. Americans must better understand the impact that the growing Latino population is having on the way we live today and on this nation's future. Inevitably, this country and its economic prosperity will also largely depend on our Hispanic kids. There is no doubt that the future of the United States is inextricably tied to the future of the Latino community here and the education of its youth. Thank you so much again. This is a great honor for me. I'm so happy to be here.
Mike, muchas gracias por tus palabras. Gracias a todos ustedes por esos maravillosos aplausos, que es mi alimento. Yo también te amo, papito. Muchísimas gracias. Antes que nada, ya saben a quién, a mi Señor, bendito Papá, mi Padre, Dios, en el nombre de mi Señor Jesucristo. Gracias a toda mi familia, que ha sido un soporte maravilloso para mí, a mi madre, que es el regalo más grande que tengo en la vida, a mi Tomás, a todos y ustedes, a todos mis fans, a todo el público que a lo largo de los años me ha brindado su amor, su calor, su respaldo, su apoyo. Hay veces que uno como que de pronto se siente como medio triste, y ustedes son los que nos hacen salir, seguir adelante, seguir reinventándonos, seguir triunfando, seguir dando lo mejor de nosotros. Gracias a cada uno de ustedes, gracias de todo corazón a mi México, a Billboard, por hacer estos premios latinos que bien, que nos hacen mucho honor y nos reconocen tantos años de labor, a tantos latinos que estamos aquí en este mundo para dar nuestra cultura y para llevar nuestra música. Gracias a todos, los quiero muchísimo. Que Dios me los bendiga. Gracias por este Star Billboard Award.
Well, we have to pat ourselves in the back and recharge our batteries once in a while. And also, I think to discover that there's no need to compromise success in business or a professional life in order to be the other women we want to be. You know, the wives, the mothers. The difficult part is finding out who we are, discovering what truly makes us happy, and having the courage to do it. And I know all of you women here have had the courage to do it. Congratulations. I'm very proud to be a part of that. And what better example can we give our daughters and our sons, quite honestly, than finding our own purpose and helping them find theirs by them seeing that example in us, by having found balance. And what should be our purpose? I can't answer that question for each of you sitting here today, but I can tell you what I think about purpose and how my experience have shaped and reinforced my beliefs. We're all constantly searching for answers to those big questions, and I think we want to leave something behind. We want to do something in the world, particularly women, that means something to us, to our families, to our environment, to the cosmos. And I truly believe that each and every one of us are connected very closely to everything and everyone else. And we can profoundly influence life, even with our simplest actions. And I'm sure that one of the many reasons you've come here is for that connection. You connect with like-minded people, maybe with people that might have different ideas to share and different opinions for you to learn from. But we thrive on connecting. And by now in my life, I've learned how enriching it is to truly focus on and enjoy each connection that you make each day. Each one is different. Each one is important. And if we honor each moment of our lives by being completely present in it, we can access that power that connects us to everything. And ever since I was a young girl, I felt that I was here to be of service. That thought was present in every aspect of my life. It fills me with joy to be of service to someone else. And despite experiencing some, pretty tough moments here and there, I felt content that whatever I was experiencing was something that I was going to learn from, and it was going to make me stronger. And even through the toughest times, I felt the reverence of connectedness to everything, to nature, to people, to animals, to the world. And despite whatever inner pain I might be experiencing, it kept me engaged and curious, you know, like what's next? What's going to come up in my life that is going to challenge me, that's going to make me learn and be stronger.